Hello, y'all. Wait, let me put the brightness up on this. Okay. Hello, y'all. So I know that I did not do the weekly healing circle this week because I had a whole situation that had occurred. So I thought that I would do this week's Goddess Hour as a live instead of a video, as it always is. And I figured since it's Friday that I can do a little bit of my self-care routine when it comes to my skin because I just took a shower. I just washed the crown. Hello everybody on in TikTok, on Instagram, everybody. Hey Lana, how are you? I'm not on StreamYard today, so I'm not gonna get to put everybody's comment on the window, so I'll try to catch it when I see it. But yeah, so I thought we could do a little bit of a spiritual smoke session while I do my skincare, okay, because I feel like it's really, really important. So I am actively going to be like straight up. Oh, you better be turning on right now. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, hell no. Hold on. Babe has like a lighter for everything. I just gotta get the little. Hold on, y'all. There it is. She has like 25 million lighters. There we go. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna just be doing a straight up. I'm gonna be doing a straight up smoke session with Pink, my dog. Okay, who actually really is a huge pothead. She loves to smoke. She does this thing where she like licks the air when like you can kind of see like if you're on Instagram, you can see her doing it, which is really, really cute. But she's a huge, huge pothead. Like, she loves to smoke with me. That's like one of her favorite things. So yeah, I figured we would do like my skincare and talk about like what's going on, how life is. Okay. I hope that y'all are having a good week. This whole entire week for me has been straight up crazy. Straight up crazy. And it's just I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know if I want to talk about this week. I feel like I wanted this live to be a little bit of an escape, especially because it's like Friday. Friday is very like Venusian. It's all about Venus. It's all about like pleasure, relaxing, enjoyment. You know what I mean? And I feel like today I have not been having that day particularly. So I was like, you know what? Let me just re re reconnect with y'all. Let me just reconnect and see how y'all doing right now. I figured I will give you guys a little bit of an update, especially for like Patreon members and everybody who wants an update on the project that I have been working on. Okay, first of all, we are launching next month on this project. I actively think that this is a project that everybody within the spiritual community is going to resonate a lot with. The reason why, and I'm going to tell you when the intention behind it, you guys will be able to like really connect and recognize the purpose. Like, I feel like it went from a download that I got from Spirit about, bringing everybody together to do this one thing. And I know if you're a Patreon member, you know what that is. It's now a larger project. Like, Spirit is like, you can use this to do more work within the community, especially because ultimately it leads into global healing. That's what we're trying to do and trying to work towards. So I'm just like, oh, it's like right now I'm working on the website. So this whole entire week, aside from everything that's happening in my personal life, aside from everything that's happening there, I've been straight up doing readings, which I'm a little bit backed up on because you guys literally have had me booked and busy, straight up booked and busy. And so I've had just readings upon readings upon readings upon readings on top of working on the website for the nonprofit that we're going to start, because it's going to fall under a spiritual religious nonprofit, which I am working with some of my amazing, lovely and incredible spiritual friends, 3 of them specifically. So it's 4 of us kind of building and putting together this baby together. And it's just going to, I feel like everybody from every practice will be able to resonate with the purpose and the intention of the nonprofit, the just the meaning behind it. Like I feel like it's such something that is so needed, and we're launching next month, so you guys will get all of the things. There will be an Instagram. I'm probably going to make a TikTok for it. There's already a Facebook page for it, which we haven't launched to the public yet. We're working on the graphics. There was a photo shoot for it. Like it's going to look cute. It's going to be a really cute thing. And it's also going to be a really cool way of us within the spiritual community reaching towards different people within the spiritual community as well. So you're going to be able to connect with, people who practice different things than you, but we come together with a loving purpose. So I'm working on the website right now. It's definitely been a lot of work, because for those who have not built a website before, like put all together all the content, we had to had a couple of meetings about like the mission statement, what what we're working on, the graphics, everything. It's been a lot, y'all. But yeah, and then on top of that, it's definitely, I feel like on Instagram, I have literally ghosted Instagram for a hot minute, and I feel like TikTok has been like a little bit of my outlet. Because while YouTube, like I love YouTube, and I've been working years to build, the foundations within YouTube. Can y'all believe that I already have like 20,000 people following me? I've only been on TikTok for like 4-5 months. It's insane. It's absolutely out of this world insane how much information, even though you guys know, for my YouTube family, I talk a lot. Okay. So you guys know that I can go on and on and on, about different things. So to me, when it comes to, even giving you guys content, give you guys information, like I like to break it down for y'all. So having to do it in TikTok videos has been a different kind of change, but I can get more information out there, which is also really cool. So it's been kind of an outlet for me. Like I found that TikTok has been an easier outlet for me, because for YouTube, I have to like edit the videos. It's like more work on the back end. Where for TikTok, it's like you're editing like a minute-long video. It's not as, as extensive. So I've found myself on TikTok lately more than anything else. So if you have been missing me on some of the other platforms, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I swear I am going to, and next week should be a lot more cohesive. So you should be getting that from me. But I just feel like this week, the only way that I have been able to connect with y'all for like the second has been through TikTok, because it's just the easiest way for me to put out information and stuff like that, and even respond to questions. Like everybody has like Akashic Records questions right now, which I still have to respond to a ton of them that people have been asking me. Especially for those who are watching from TikTok, if you would like to book an Akashic Records reading with me, a past life reading with me, the link is in my bio. Everything is in my bio for y'all to access and look at, and like, and then, connect and all of that jazz. Literally all of that jazz. But right now, this week has been a hot mess. Let me just take that. What I will say about this week, because I don't want to get into like an oversharing thing, because you guys know I will be here talking a lot. What I will say about this week is that Sekhmet, Sekhmet is literally one of my absolute diehard goddesses. Like I can actively say, as like one of my, like my Natarus, like she's just such a force and a presence within my life. Especially astrologically, when I look at the connections that I have to, like, as far as what she rules, like with healing and everything like that, it's been insane how much protection she has given me. There's elements of it that I'm not really surprised, because this specific lifetime, I'm actively healing my Kemetic, my Egyptian lifetime that I had before, where I was a high priestess before. And so there's a lot of work that I did. And so I feel like because I already have this really strong bond with her, with the lands, with the different gods and goddesses, because Set has been coming up hard lately too. It's just been so evident to me how they have just been like, this is what we're not gonna do, this is what we are gonna do. And it's just kind of like running in the background, like straight up. Like I feel like their presence has been actively running in the background of this entire, actually my whole entire life. Let's just say my whole entire life, to be quite frank and honest with y'all. For Offset, she really has been pushing me on a spiritual level. One of the reasons why we're about to even launch this whole entire spiritual nonprofit is because of Offset. Because y'all remember I had told you guys that I got my 13th octave Lao Chi training. There's a 21-day integration period that you kind of have to go through, where you kind of, you let your body calibrate to the energies, and you allow for the energies to really mesh well and like be balanced within your body. So that literally happened. I had my certification, which I literally just got. I got the certificate in the mail. Like I got the 13th octave Lao Chi certificate in the mail. That was on March 21st, I believe it was. I got the download for the idea that the Patreon members know about on like about 7 days after that. And then right after that, it turned into a larger project, and all of a sudden we're focusing on like world healing. And I'm just like, my 21 days of integration has just been spirit giving me more work to do. Like them telling me actively like, hey, so what's going to happen within the next 21 days? It's also pretty crazy because the way I have Taurus in my 10th house, right? Okay. And we're in Taurus season. Uranus is in Taurus. Okay, there's a lot of social upgrades that's happening and how I'm affecting the public, and I'm very, very much aware of it right now. So there's just like, it's just a lot. I feel like I'm being very divinely, I don't want to say manipulated, but it's almost like I am a pawn within the larger picture of what is happening. And I'm just like, y'all, it's a lot of work. Like, I said it before. I said it literally in this month, in the beginning of this month. I was like, I'm starting to realize why I was born a Capricorn, because I got all this goddamn work that apparently I'm getting put to work a lot right now. And so I'm just like, wait. I mean, listen, even the whole story about how it all came together. So let me tell y'all the story. So for the Patreon members who know what the download was, literally every person, the three spiritual leaders, healers, Reiki masters that I ended up reaching out to, that I am personally cool with, like I have a personal relationship with them. I was like, hey, Spirit gave me this download. Do you want to do this with me? They were like, yo, I got that download last year. Yo, I got that download 3 years ago. Yo, and I was just like, okay, that's great. Can we get to work? Like, it's literally my Capricorn said, clock in. It's time to clock. It's time to clock in, and it's time to get to work. That's literally what it's looking like. And so I'm just kind of like in this place where not only am I understanding why I had to be who I had to is, okay, but at the same time, like, I know I have a big role to play, and the next couple of months are going to be so crucial. Like, I feel it very heavy on my spirit, but Spirit keeps showing me this vision that I'm up in the mountains, and I'm like in this house, and there's an infinity pool. And I'm just kind of like on the infinity pool looking out towards like the land itself. Oh, this came off. The land itself, looking at whatchamacalls, looking at the land, looking at the ocean, looking at Yemaya, and I'm just kind of looking out and the sun is setting. That's literally the vision I've been getting since I got this download. Like, y'all tell me why? I mean, I know why. I know why. They're like, okay, well, for all the work that you're doing, rest is coming. Like, best believe that you will have time to rest. But right now, y'all, spirit got me working like non-stop. This is also one of the reasons why. Also, if y'all want a reading with me, to be honest, to be straight up honest with y'all, June, the whole month of June, I already blocked off because that's Babe's birthday and we're gonna be in Puerto Rico anyway. But after June, I might take a little pause on readings. We're gonna definitely see how that works, because right now I feel like I'm gonna need to, because we're launching next month, I'm gonna need to put in a lot of time for the project itself. We're going to be calling on so many people. It's going to be a nationwide global event situation, and I'm probably going to have to pause a little bit on readings. I'm still going to do the lives with you guys, and I'm trying to see which day I can do the workshop for you guys. My TikTok community has made it aware that they would like an Akashic Records workshop, so maybe we can do a 4-hour intensive, maybe 3-4 hour past life intensive class. And let me know if y'all would be interested in that. But I do feel like the next couple of months, I'm gonna be like a Tweety bird. Like, I'm gonna be everywhere. It's just gonna be a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of work, y'all. It's definitely a lot of work. But for some reason, at the end of this whole thing, I'm going to be up in the mountains somewhere in an infinity pool. I don't know where, I don't know when, but that's just what I see. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so anyway, let me look at some of the comments. Lately, ancient downloads from Ancient Kemet are coming to me as well. It's honestly, I feel like there's a plot. Okay, there is an active plot going on with spirit, and it's really interesting because in 13th octave Lahochi, we work with the Council of Love. So the Council of Love are basically like a group of gods, goddesses, saints, deities, angels, archangels that came together to form the Council of Love, and their whole mission is to bring love back into the earth, like recalibrate and heal the world through love. Like, that's the whole entire mission, right? And so it's so interesting that after I got the certification, it was just like, this needs to happen globally. Go. Like, it was just like, here, do what you need to do with this download. And so it's a lot of work, y'all. It's a lot of work. And I see myself doing so many different things. Like, I've gotten visions of me posting up like that we need like an accountant and like a financial advisor for the nonprofit, like all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, y'all, that's great, because I'm definitely not about to handle the legalities of this nonprofit. That is not my spiritual expertise. So hopefully we can find someone that is like spiritual but like loves the law to some capacity eventually, and we'll probably have like, as we grow, we'll have like open positions and stuff for those who might want to like apply and stuff like that. But y'all, it's gonna be a whole event. And it's going to be, the event itself is going to be in September, but we're going to have different things going on. It's going to be a state by state thing. Y'all not ready. Y'all really not ready for the juice. Y'all not ready to be this nurtured. I'm telling y'all. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at mentally. I'm trying to just go with the shift that Spirit has been giving me. But their downloads have been straight out of this world, because it was Osset who literally pushed me into getting my 13th octave Lahuchi certification. She was the reason why, because I work with her for spiritual development. I'm always like, push me to grow, push me where I need to be. Like, I've already gotten, like, Spirit has already made it very abundantly clear, because I've gotten readings before, and you guys know this because we've talked about it before, but I've gotten readings before. They do not want me to get initiated into anything, any religion. Like, that's not something that they want me to do. So I'm like, okay, so what do you want me to do? And I think that because my Venus is in Aquarius, I'm not necessarily, even though I'm a Capricorn, so I can be very traditional and I understand a lot of the traditional practices and everything, I am not necessarily meant to follow the traditional way, and you can kind of see that with the way the generational planets are in my chart and stuff like that. But having my Venus in Aquarius is more of a futuristic viewpoint of how I am personally relating to the public. It kind of makes me a little bit of an electric eccentric practitioner in whatever sort you want to look at it as, because I like tend to practice. My practice is like so many different things. But I think that at the end of the day, they keep pushing me towards, it's on a different level of the work that needs to be done. And it's almost kind of like, it's more looking towards the future versus looking at the past. Like I respect the past for what it is, obviously, but the work that I'm doing right now, it's more on a futuristic. It's more to affect not only our generation but the future generations, Gen Z, and so forth and so forth. I don't know what comes after Gen Z, to be quite honest. That is not no shade to whatever generation comes after that. But I don't know what comes after that. So there you go. Let me just look at some of these comments because I can't. Ooh, hold on. Lana said, "We know you busy. I'm not mad at all. You've definitely been working hard, and it's inspiring as hell, y'all. But you don't even know. Like when I'm like, y'all, I have an announcement to make, and then y'all get to see what the whole intention is. You're gonna be like just jaw to the floor, because the work that we're about to do is actually super needed, especially to heal our communities spiritually, like on a like, I don't want to use the word racial, like on a racial level, but on a collective level. Like we need to heal our connection, our spiritual connection together. Like there's a part of the work that we're going to do that has undertones of erasing some of the animosities and the different kind of like boundaries and segregation that lies between our different practices, our spiritual practices. And it's more about like respect and coming together within our practice for like the same purpose. So I'm really excited to get to kind of like extend the olive branch and also give different people a way to extend the olive branch. Because one of the reasons I made a video recently, y'all, okay, listen, I made which went viral, the one about the Akashic Records, where I talked about how I feel like people, especially white people, white practitioners, need to be not only doing ancestor work, healing their own stuff, but once they are comfortable within their own spiritual practice that, have been passed down within their own bloodline, to extend the olive branch to the rest of the spiritual communities, especially the BIPOC communities, right? And I cannot tell you how, looking at it from their perspective, how difficult that would be for them to just do. Because like, let's say that they would have gotten the download to do the project that literally we're putting together from the ground up, it just wouldn't have the same type of perception. Everybody that's working on this project, not intentionally, not include white people in, like, white practitioners. I hope that you guys understand that. But it's just like the people that I end up reaching out to all happen to be BIPOC. So it just ended up happening, I mean, some of us are a little like mixed. And you guys know that I'm Dominican, so I'm a big gumbo pot of a lot of things, but there's not one specific, like, there's no it's, this whole entire project is being run by BIPOC practitioners, spiritual leaders, and stuff like that. And so we all come from that. We all had, like, on our first meeting, we were like, how are we going to bring this up to them? Like, this is a huge elephant in the room. Like, that was kind of my concern. I was like, okay, how do we you guys should have seen, like, we literally recorded the whole meeting. It was pretty hilarious. I was like, y'all, how are we gonna address this. Because at the end of the day, I am not trying to, the whole point of this nonprofit is to work together, not to exclude anybody. And I don't want anybody to feel like they're excluded from the work that needs to be done, because we all need to be doing it, and there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. This is also going to be another way for people to not only do ancestor work and ancestral healing, but for us to address a lot of different things and work with a lot of people in the communities. Like, y'all, I am so excited to announce it. Like, I need to stop talking about it, because I'm that type of person that can't hold on to like secrets and shit like that. Like, I will be the one to be like, I just want to tell you what it is, because I want you to be as excited as me. But I need to like chill. I need to chill, because this thing is literally launching in, I would say, like about 12-ish days. So I'm gonna give it the time that it needs to do its thing, and then I will properly announce it. We will do a whole entire announcement. I can't wait to, do all of the sharing, all of the just giving you guys all of the info. Giving you guys also, this is gonna be really hands-on on everybody's part. It's not just gonna be us kind of like running everything. Like, there's gonna be parts where we're gonna be reaching out to practitioners all over the country, all over the world for different things. And I can't wait, y'all. I cannot wait. Y'all gonna see. Y'all are going to see. Y'all are gonna see, and y'all gonna be like, and then I'm gonna be like, yes. And then, we'll have that moment of yes. Okay, we will have that moment. But yeah, it will be appreciated. It will be appreciated for what it is. I can't wait. A school, a matchmaking service. I don't know where that came from. A church. No. There's one of your answers that it's not necessarily falls into the bracket of one of the things that you said. And I don't want to give it away, but let me just say that there will be part of what the vision for the nonprofit is, because when you're starting a nonprofit, it's not just the first vision of what we were trying to do was just one event. That's the download that Spirit gave me. But then Spirit was like, you know what would be great if this was also a thing, if you can, use this and that, and you can use, because I already anticipate that this is something that's going to be funded, like people are going to be donating to the cause and stuff like that. We can go ahead and fund different things across the country. So I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. Okay, but I will say that it's going to be out of this world, and it's so needed. It's, y'all, I'm just sipping because my Gemini moon wants to spill all the tea. All the tea. I want to tell y'all everything. I'm going to break, I swear that I will break it down for y'all, and I'm going to just do a whole entire announcement thing, and I'm just going to break it down. Because you'll be able to see like how beautiful the intention is. There's like not one thing malicious about it. It's very open, very like, we got to do the work, and let's do the work together, period. Like, it's super amazing. And I can't wait to like do that work with y'all. I feel like it's just such a needed, like, it's so needed. It's just so needed. It's really, really needed. So yeah, I'm just letting y'all know right now, for those who wants to get readings with me before June, because after June I might be off duty for like probably a month, maybe 2 months, we'll see, because we're trying to have the main event that's happening in September, so it's gonna happen during Virgo season. And y'all, let's just say we're gonna focus on the Virgo healing energy. Let's just say we're gonna do that. We're gonna focus on the Virgo healing energy, because it's absolutely necessary. Absolutely. I cannot wait. I can't wait to tell you about it. For TikTok, am I on YouTube? Yes, I am. That is actually the second largest platform that I have. YouTube is probably the one that gets the most content from me, even though, TikTok has been getting recently the most content, but YouTube has like a lot of my longer content, so you get meditations. So this is what we're doing today. This is called Goddess Hour. So Goddess Hour is basically a weekly, self-care experience that I started. So we can kind of like get together and kind of have a self-care moment together, because I feel like it's so important to self-care. And I was just like, you know what, it's Friday, it's Venus Day, let us just connect and do a little love and realignment, y'all. So yeah, so sometimes it's a live, sometimes, most of the time it's a video, sometimes it's a live. We do the weekly healing circle every Monday. We do the weekly community oracle pull every Wednesday, but I didn't get to do it this week because it was just like, y'all, it was a lot going on this week. You don't even know. You guys don't even know. But yeah, I'm trying to do more lives. And I'm working on the podcast. So that should actually be out tomorrow, because I'm working on the podcast for this month. And it should be out tomorrow. I'll let y'all know when I post it. But yeah, all of the all of my links are in the description box. Are you initiated in any traditions? So if you mean like African traditions, no, because every time I've gotten a reading, they do not want me to. They said that it's not necessary for me to do so. And so I asked them, because I was really frustrated, like years and years ago. I was really frustrated. I was like, Spirit, but you know exactly what people are going to say if I'm not initiated, but you're working with me anyway. You know exactly what people are going to say. And it was just like, you don't need to be initiated. So I'm just like, okay. Like, I ain't gonna force it if that's what it is. The reason why I don't need to be initiated is because even just doing like past life work and stuff like that, and looking at my past lives, I have been initiated in past lifetimes. Like, I have already done that work. That's not necessarily the path that I'm supposed to be in now. Like, that's not part of my personal journey. This is why, like, as I said before, a lot of my practice now is very, what's the word? Is it eclectic, electric, something? I don't know what it is. There's too many damn terms, okay? It's very kind of all over the place. I work with a lot of different spirits, okay? And so I have... what they told me initially in the different readings, because trust me, I got a bunch of readings. I didn't just get one. I got a ton of readings. I was like, literally my first question was like, do I need to be initiated? And it was always like, no, Spirit doesn't want you to get initiated. They don't feel like that's what you need. That you have other things to focus on. I'm like, so you want me to do this work, but do you know what people are going to say? Yes. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna fight nobody on this. Like, if somebody wants to come out and yell at me about stuff, then yell at me. At the end of the day, I'm not like trying to train people in anything like that. Like, I respect the spirits, the Loas of the traditions. I work with a lot like of 21 division Loas. And Santos, I work with a lot of different spirits, because what Spirit told me within those readings was that they want me to stay open to them coming through. And so they don't want me to be limited in one thing, in one religion. They want me to be open, because I have worked with so many different spirits. Like, I have a long-standing relationship with so many different spirits that they're just like, no, that's not what we want you to do. So I was like, okay, but if I get yelled at, it's your fault. And I'm just gonna be like, well, talk to the readings, because I don't know what to I mean, it's all at the end of the day. I feel like I have so much respect for Spirit. They know this, it's not like I'm over here trying to be the gatekeeper for each one of like the spirits that I work with. And like, not at all. And even with the recent video that I posted, that people were saying that I was trying to gatekeep the girl that was posting. Y'all, for those who don't follow me on TikTok, there was some straight up crazy ass drama that happened on TikTok. Let me explain it to you. So some white girl decided to, like, apparently this girl's family threw out a bunch of her spiritual tools. She happened to be black. And so she had posted a TikTok of her saying, oh, somebody threw all of this, like all of the ancestor altar and all of the stuff. and she took stuff home, right? She thought, so the pottery itself that the santos are consecrated in, she thought it was cute pottery, right? So she makes a TikTok, she opens it where they're consecrated. Okay, that's what hosts the spirit, the santo itself, right? And then she's like, oh no, it's just pottery, it had some stuff inside, I didn't take anything from the altar and stuff. And I was just like, you literally took santos home, like what are you? And so I literally called out the girl. I was like, you know how disrespectful it is for you to not understand what you're doing, be like, this is cute pottery, and then take it home, and then you have a whole bunch of people yelling at you like, put it back, you don't know who you're messing with, you're supposed to be initiated before you take shit home, you know what I mean? You can't just be taking shit home like that. Like if I saw that on the sidewalk, I'd be like, okay, let me call my nearest person that can dispose of it correctly, not just kind of be like, oh, taking some santos home. Like if you're not initiated, don't just try to do that type of, that's just disrespectful. So I called her out on being disrespectful, and then she ended up deleting her video because that shit was disrespectful. So yeah, for me, I'm not going to, I don't think that's gatekeeping. That's me telling someone, stop being ignorant and thinking that things are cute pottery that you can just take home, and that there's not going to be no spiritual consequences because you're not initiated in that religion. So you can't just expect to kind of like have no consequences for that. So yeah, that was like the only time I've like, quote unquote, got accused of gatekeeping, but that was just out of the respect for the religion itself. But for the most part, I'm not going to be over here yelling at people to work with spirits in a certain specific way. If you work with them in a certain specific way, work with them in a certain specific way. I can share some of my practices with some of my spirits that I work with, but I work with a lot of different spirits. So it really bees what it bees at the end of the day. I kind of take it as I come, I work with it as I work with it, and you know, oh, I think this froze. Oh, what am I using on my face? So this is called a gua sha. Wait, I think, can y'all see me, YouTube? Because I think it froze. I think y'all froze on me. Hold on, I'm refreshing the page, y'all. Can y'all see me? I hope y'all can see me. This is called a gua sha. So it basically helps to drain, what's it called? The water from your face. Like it helps to, y'all, I am not a professional in the gua sha land, okay? This is, I believe, is it a Japanese practice or is it a Chinese practice? I think it's a Chinese practice, an ancient Chinese practice. I'm not too 1000% sure. All I know is that it feels so good on my face, and it's supposed to drain the water that has been like kind of randomly bloating my face. It's supposed to drain it down. And I got this one on Sephora, and this is a rose quartz. Cause I have been like straight up in like love and in a deep relationship with rose quartz. Is your base spiritual? So yes, but I'm definitely more spiritual than Bae, if that makes any sense. So eventually I was gonna do like a little TikTok explaining how me and Babe met. Oh, you can't see me on YouTube. Hold on. Give me a second. Y'all, can y'all still see me? I don't know if y'all can still see me. I might have to redo the... Lana, let me know if you can see me, because I can't refresh the YouTube. Yeah, I can't refresh it. I might have to redo the live. Let me know if you can see me now, because I kind of tried to refresh it. But, so, Babe is spiritual. She's just not as spiritual as me. Like, out of both of us, she's very aware with spirit. One of her santos is literally Archangel Michael, which has been in her family for a really long time. But she has a lot of, y'all, it's the Peruvian side for me. It's the Peruvian side. But she has a lot of different spirits, but she doesn't work with them the way that I do. Like, I'm definitely what you would call the more advanced within the relationship. Like, she kind of loves the fact that I'm really, really spiritual, because she gets like free readings whenever she wants. She's like straight up, she'd be like, oh, I need a reading, or oh babe, I don't know, my energy feels a little weird, and then we do a Reiki session. Like babe gets like all my services basically. But she is more artistically inclined, so she loves music and she is a DJ and a producer. And so she works more with music and sound, is really her thing. But she is spiritual. She's just not, like, if you were to compare both of our practices, you would be like, okay, so you're way more advanced. Basically, is how I can explain that. I'm probably what you would call a spiritual leader within our relationship, and she's spiritual. She's aware, of spirit, but yeah. I can tell you the story how we met, by the way. It's a really, really cute story. How I manifested babe. Which YouTube squad already knows, so it's kind of like... Yeah, this is chlorophyll, and let me tell you, I've been drinking this for years, and all of a sudden TikTok went off on this shit, and I'm just sitting here like, y'all just getting in this? Okay. I ain't even worried. I'm gonna have to like redo. YouTube had a whole situation. It like literally froze. Let me try to do it again, because I don't know if they seeing me over there. Now I won't end the... Okay. YouTube is probably closed for the day because it's not loading. But yeah, let me know if you want to know the story how I manifested babe. Because I feel like this is a story. This is the story. Okay. Tell us how you manifested babe. I'm fairly new to you and your pages. How I manifested babe. This is a very, very long... It's not really that long of a story, but a very long story. Okay. How I manifested babe. So, let me tell you. So basically it was on October of not 2019 but 2018. I was doing a retreat in Grenada. I was shooting one of my dear spiritual friends. I was doing the photography for her retreat. Her name is Tatiana Tarot, if you follow her on Instagram, because she's mainly really popular on Instagram. One of my lovely friends, I love her so much. She was having a spiritual retreat in Grenada. And so I was doing the photography for it, and she usually has a ritual that she does. The first retreat that she ever did that I went to, that's when we actually met. We had done a ritual to Yemaya, and literally every single time I've been to one of her retreats, we always end up doing a ritual to Yemaya. It just happens. So in the one that in October, when we went to this beautiful, gorgeous, like, beach. Like, since this phone is not working, I might as well show you some pictures from it. Hold on, let me see if I can find some. But we went to this beautiful, gorgeous, absolutely breathtaking beach, Grenada. Okay. And we were just relaxing, but we knew that that's where we were going to do the ritual for Yemaya, because we kind of always end up connecting to Yemaya within every time we do one of her retreats. So we were at the beach, we're like relaxing, we're enjoying the weather, we're enjoying like the drinks. We went and we had already bought some coconuts because we were going to do an offering. Let me see if I can find the pictures. So literally, y'all, this was the views, okay? I don't know if you can see it, but this was the views of where we were at. Okay, you can't really see it because of the glare. I don't know how to fully show you, but this is kind of how it looked like. Okay, it kind of looks better when you zoom in. Okay, that's where we were at, right? In Grenada. Super beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful views. Okay. So we had the coconuts. She threw some coconut shells to see specifically if our petition, because there was multiple girls there with us, and we were all going to ask Yemaya, we were going to petition her for something. And so she threw some coconuts, and she divined first if Yemaya was going to take our offering. And for what I asked for, I was talking into the coconut. Okay, I was walking around the beach because that's what she told us to do. She was like, tell her what your intention is. So I'm walking around with the coconut and I'm like, Yamaya, I just want to find my partner. I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of these really annoying relationships. I have learned my lesson. I just want to meet my partner, someone I could talk. Like, I literally listed all of the beautiful things that I wanted. I wasn't like, oh, I want them to look like this and da, da, da. I was just like, I want my partner. We need to make each other happy. We need to have great communication. Okay. Like, that's what I was trying to focus on. And so, when she divined to see if like Yamaya was gonna grant me what I wanted, it came out yes. And so I was just like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Yes, it's happening. It's happening. So we're at the beach and then we're going into the water to go give Yamaya the offering. We do the whole part of the ritual. We pour the coconut water over her head and then we give her the coconut. And literally right after that, I felt such an overwhelming amount of peace, right? And literally, I remember this so clearly. I had turned around. I looked at the water because we were inside the water. And I just see this fish with a red tail. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's such a pretty fish. And then all I see is like all of these little fishes like coming around us, like little tiny fishes, like this big, all of these little like silver fishes like coming around us, right? And I'm like, oh my God, Tati, look, there's like a bunch of fishes like around us, because I'm like super excited. And she's like, oh yeah, my Yamaya's taking our offerings, right? So the next day, okay, I always do like a spirit meditation. I always like to connect with my ancestors, my guides, all the things. So I'd be like, I check in, I'll be like, hey, what do I need to know for today? Please protect me, do XYZ, the thing, do my spiel for the day. And they're like, okay, just so you know, she's on her way. She's coming. And I'm like, okay. So literally every day in my meditations, even if I didn't ask about, what the offering and the whole entire process with Yamaya, it was like, just so you know, she's still coming. She's on her way. She's on her way. She's coming. She's on her way. So I was like, okay, cool. So every time one of my friends would ask me, it was like, hey, so are you seeing anybody? What's going on? I was like, nope, she's coming. She's on her way. That's what Spirit said. And so that's what Spirit said. And so basically this was like at the end of October, because that's when we were there. From November, December to January, I was working with Santa Muerte to do some like removing blockages, especially love blockages, because what I was noticing, especially around January to the beginning of February, because we ended up meeting in February, was that some of my exes was acting really weird around me, and I was just like, oh no. I know you only acting this way because spiritually, your own spirit knows something's coming through. I am not trying to have you standing in my way. Like, my Venus is in Aquarius. So once I decide that is a no, y'all, is a no. So I was like, no. Santa Muerte, please remove all obstacles romantically. Like, I was working with La Roja. I was like, no. Death be to all of these past relationships that I don't need, okay? And so I remember that I lit a candle for her, for Santa Muerte, the week before I met Babe. I lit it on a Monday, and then I literally connected with her on a Sunday. So it was like a little bit less than a week. And it was so funny because one of the things that y'all should know about me, my Venus is an Aquarius, okay? So I've always avoided using technology to meet romantically, to meet people, because I am a Capricorn and I feel like I want to see your vibe in person. You know what I mean? Like, I need to vibe with you in person. And so I was like, I will never be the one that's going to do no online dating app thing, right? Right. So then in February, I was just like, okay, let me just try it. I had a moment of like, when I first read Twilight, I read it because I knew that I didn't like the book, but I needed the reason why. So I read it so I was going to know what the reason why. So when people would ask me, because at the time everybody's like, people know I'm a Ravenclaw, I read a lot. So people always ask me about like book recommendations, and they would always ask me about Twilight, and I'm like, I don't like it. And then, so I read it so I could be like, this is why. So that's literally the reason why I ended up doing the dating app, because I was like, you know what? I keep saying no to it, but let me try it. If it doesn't work, then I can say, okay, this is why it doesn't work. But the thing about being a Venus and Aquarius is that you're supposed to be using technology. It's supposed to be a more modern way that you get your love and your pleasure. You know what I mean? And so the second, like, I was on the app, on the Her app, and I still left it there just to honor the fact that that's where we met, on the Her app, which is a lesbian dating app, because if y'all didn't know, I am also a lesbian. And literally, she apparently told me that she had just activated her account because she had it deactivated for like a year or so. She just activated her account within 15 minutes. I had swiped her, and then she literally swiped me back in like 3 minutes after that. And it was just, and I was like freaking out because I was like, oh my God, no, that's too fast. So I shut the app off for like a whole day. And then the next day is when like I wrote back to her because she like had wrote back to me. And we literally kind of just spoke, like we talked so much, like insanely, like an insane amount of conversation. My moon is in Gemini, so I need someone who's verbally stimulating. Okay. And the thing is about Babe is that I'm a Capricorn sun, Gemini moon, Leo rising. She is a Gemini sun, Capricorn moon, Aries rising. As an astrologer, I can tell y'all that our synastry chart is so cute. It is really supportive. I thoroughly enjoy it. Like we just go so well together. And after we met, that was like 2 weeks after, when we were talking about like, you know, oh, you're spiritual, all this stuff. And she's like telling me like, oh, I did a ritual in January to Yemaya because I told her I wanted to find my person. I'm tired of like being like fucking around and doing shit. And I was like, you did a ritual to Yemaya? I did a ritual to get my and then yeah, so basically we both did a ritual to Yemaya, and we call on each other's energy, and she also happens to be one of my soulmates. So that is the story about how I met Babe. I hope that was fun. I hope that y'all enjoyed that story. Wait, I want to retreat, and this is so beautiful. No, 1000%, y'all. You can expect for me to be doing international retreats at some point, because I thoroughly enjoy doing international retreats. Like, they're so much fun. It's so amazing to just connect with the land, connect with like the people, connect with, it's just, the food. You know how many pounds I lost in Grenada when I was there? I was there for 8 days. I lost 12 pounds. Just eating seafood, like fresh caught seafood, and like the root vegetables in the land, like the teas, everything's just fresh. It's just fresh. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed the story. Yeah, Yamaya has blessed me a lot within my life. And now she wants me to have a baby. That's kind of her thing. The thing about Yamaya is that the second you work with her to manifest something, she's all about like multiplying the family. Like once she brings people together, she's all about like, give me some kids, give me grandkids. She's that type of mother. So she's given me hilariously. The retreat, Tati had another retreat after that in Mexico. And again, we ended up doing a whole entire ritual to Yemaya, but I got multiple visions of me being pregnant. And Babe was here, right, in the States, and she got a vision of our child in the living room, and she was like, at the same time that I got a vision in the mirror of me being pregnant. And then I called her and I was like, babe, I just saw myself with a belly. She's like, this is so funny you said that, because I just saw our daughter in the living room. So yeah, it's kind of, it has become apparent that I gotta give Yemaya some grandkids. You already know. Oh, by the way, I love your Dollar Tree content on YouTube. Yeah, I started the whole series because I wanted to show y'all that y'all can do like so much with like your craft doesn't have to be super expensive. Like, yeah, there's gonna be times where you're gonna have to invest on certain tools and stuff like that, but it doesn't always have to be expensive. You can get crafty. Back in ancient times, our ancestors were crafty. All of the stuff was built by hands, you know what I mean? So it's like putting stuff together and like, you know, making things work, all part of the practice. So I'm glad that y'all enjoy it, because 1000% needed. But yeah. So how is y'all nights going? Let me know. What did y'all do for your self-care today? What was your self-care practice for today? Because today's Friday, y'all. I want to know. What did y'all do for yourself today? This is one of those days where, like, the beginning part of the day, I was just like, I feel hella down in the beginning. In the morning, I was just like, oh no, I feel really heavy today for some reason. Second, I took a shower, like a light, like a switch. Can you do a video on spiritual leadership in the birth charts? Oh, that is a great, great one to focus on for sure. Ooh, babe is calling me. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Hey, babe, I'm on the live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You want me to call you back?
I was gonna tell you, even with me being sick, there are people trying to hook me up with their daughters. I swear,
Okay, I'll call you after, okay? Babe is so funny. Whatchamacallit it? Can you do a video on spiritual leadership in your birth chart? That's actually one of my favorite things to look at, especially when I'm doing natal chart readings, because I kind of tend to notice when someone is like meant to have like a presence within, the public. But I can do a video on that. That would be fun to like break down. There's definitely different aspects, different planetary placements that I would say. My absolute favorite one, not because I'm being biased, is Jupiter in Cancer, because that's literally one of the placements for spiritual leadership. It's also a placement that I have. I'm not trying to brag on that. That's just happens to be what it is. So Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. It does very, very well in Cancer. It loves being in Cancer. But because Jupiter is all about higher knowledge, understanding, education, expansion, and Cancer is all about nourishment, it turns into spiritual nourishment. So it turns into spiritual leadership, which is one of my favorite things, because it's nourishing, but through more of a divine feminine perspective. So the intuition is like on blast and stuff, and it makes it so the way that you like, even I notice this when I do readings, because I have Jupiter and Cancer in the 11th house, which is also one of the spiritual leadership placements, because anytime you're targeting the 11th house area, the 11th house is all about the collective. It's an Aquarius house, y'all. It's all about society, the collective, your friends, technology, social media, okay? Having Jupiter in your 11th house, you are easily growing your social media really fast. Like, you just have that luck and expansion really easily. So it's one of those things that I personally enjoy about my chart. It's one of my gifts, I would say. But there's a couple other placements too that we can discuss, because Virgo, y'all know I talk about this a lot. Cancer and Virgo are very, very similar signs when it comes to nourishment, because they're the givers. They like to kind of nurture others in that way. And so because Virgo has that mercurial edge to it, like there's like this kind of a knowingness to Virgo, and because its focus is so much on healing, Virgos have a gift in recognizing when somebody is not healed, when somebody needs healing. It's almost like, oh, you need therapy, or oh, you need to talk to somebody, or oh, you gotta fix that. Because they embody the sense of perfectionism, even though the sense of perfectionism can be unhealthy sometimes. There is an understanding about, perfection and how you're being your best self, and that's where Virgo gets very analytical. Like, you need more nourishment so that you can then ascend in this way, so that you can embody it in this way. So it's one of those things, one of those placements that, depending on where Virgo is, or even if how the 6th house is, triggered or aspected, you can see like a lot of spiritual leadership focus within the sixth house energy, because it's a giving house. It's one of those like serving others. What do you need? What do you need? Let me just give you a reading. Let me do the what is it that you need? I have my entire Capricorn stellium in my sixth house. This is why I go to work for y'all. This is why I have like a million services, because I'm like, how else can I help you heal today? And it just kind of turns into that sometimes. I didn't do any self-care today. Well, the day is not over, okay? You can definitely do some self-care for the rest of the day. Whether that be you watching a movie, whether that be like you relaxing, whether that be you doing some sacral chakra, sensual magic. Okay, it's what I'm going to put it, how I'm going to call it. Great day to do that. Great day to do some sacral chakra manifestation work. Okay, I'm gonna just say it. Listen, you gotta use your womb to manifest. It's like one of the easiest ways to manifest is to manifest through your womb. But you can still do it. Like, you can watch a movie, you can listen to some music, you can put some candles, you can like, relax. You can romanticize the rest of your day. Like, I feel like it's really important to kind of like reconnect to your body on a Friday, because Fridays are like it's a Venus day. It's all about pleasure. Like, how are you enjoying your life? How are you enjoying your day? So that's why I have the weekly goddess hour, so we can have some goddess moments of like reflection, venting, communication, all of the things. But yeah, but I'm actually going to go ahead and sign off, because we've been on, you guys know I can talk for hours. We will be here all day. But definitely, if you guys do not have me on YouTube, the link will be on bio. Make sure you're following me on YouTube, because there's going to be new videos that are being uploaded. I'm just waiting for YouTube to process them. It's been like a struggle for YouTube to process videos lately. So I will definitely see y'all in those videos, and on Monday for the weekly community circle, obviously. And so yeah, I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I really, really appreciate all of the love and support that y'all bring to me. Y'all give me so much love. D, if you're watching this, because I saw you join, I'm still working on your vlog. Yo, D's gonna kill me. I've been editing that. I haven't even gotten to edit that blog, to be honest. I've been editing the blog before that. I've been really busy, but I'm working on a lot of videos for y'all. I promise. Anyway, I love y'all. Bye. Bye, y'all. Ooh.